Hello, boys and girls. On today's Art Smart Drawing Challenge, I'm going to be showing you how to draw a shark. Just like some of our previous videos, we are going to be borrowing from a YouTuber called Muffalo Potato. He is one that we shared the link for you during our pet portraits last week. So today's shark is going to be using lots of lines, and these lines are also numbers and letters. So we should know how to draw most of these numbers and letters. The tricky ones, I'll break it down to those lines that we've been practicing during art class. All right, guys, go ahead and find something to draw with and something to draw on so that we can get started. Are you ready? Oh, all right, boys and girls, this is our shark that we are going to be drawing today. It's going to look something similar to this. I'm going to go ahead and move him out of the way, get a clean sheet of paper so that we can do it together. When I get my piece of paper, I do want to hold it so that it is tall paper instead of side to side. We don't want long paper. We want to turn it the other way, start off tall. And as we draw today, I'll show you when we're going to twist our paper around. Also, I'm going to be using a marker just so you can see it very well. All right, boys and girls, our first step is to draw the number 4. However, this number 4 is probably not the way that you normally draw the number 4. So I'm going to break it down into lines and shapes for you to start out with. I'm going to find about where I think the middle or center of my page is, somewhere in here. And I'm going to start with an up and down straight race car line, which means it's going to go up and down like this. It's also called vertical, which we talked about in one of our line project, vertical line. So I'm going to draw a vertical line like this. And then to turn it into a number 4, which is a little different than what you normally write your number 4s as, I'm going to draw a triangle at the top. And to do that, I'm going to draw a line that's called diagonal. It goes at an angle like this, which we've talked about before. From the top like this, diagonal. And then to finish it, bring it back in to touch the up and down straight line like that. There is our triangle right there and our straight line down here. All right, next step, up above our triangle part of our number 4, we're going to draw a J, the letter J, but just like this part of our 4, it's going to go diagonal. It's going to be leaning like he's falling over, almost like you would use your J as a big slide. So somewhere up here, I'm going to start my J. I'm going to bring it down and let it touch the top of that 4, bring it around, so it'd make a really nice slide, woo, like that. Then we're going to make another J that's slanted or diagonal the other way, that goes like this. Start it at the same spot and bring it down. Let it just come around toward our 4. And stop. It doesn't have to touch anything but that J that we drew first. All right, from there, I want you to take your paper. We're going to twist it around so that we can start to see the face of our shark. Here's our shark face. It's hard to see, but we'll see it very soon. All right, coming out of your triangle here, we're going to draw another straight line and turn it into a lowercase letter R like this. I'm going to go like this, bring it up, turn it into a R by bringing out the arm of the R, letting it connect somewhere to that J that we drew. This is going to be the back fin of our shark. Next, from the top of our R right here, we're going to draw another diagonal. Lots of diagonal lines today. And remember, diagonal means it's going to go slanted like this, like a slide would. Our diagonal is going to come from the top of our R, just come way out here. It doesn't have to touch anything. And I'm going to add one bump. It's going to look like a half circle. like this. The end of my diagonal go boing. Draw our half circle or one bumpy line. After that, I want you to come back up here to where we drew our R. It's our back fin of our shark. We're going to jump to the other side where our diagonal is and draw a giant letter C. This is going to end up being the tail to our shark and also the start of his body. Check it out. I'm going to jump over here, boing, on my diagonal, and go around giant C like this. So this is our end of our tail of our shark and becoming the body. Now from the end of our giant letter C, I'm going to draw a big letter V down and up. And look what kind of lines a V is made up with. Those lines are diagonal lines that we've been talking about during our shark drawing today. Let's go ahead and add some details so we can see our shark. First, off of this curve from our J, we're going to draw two C's. See? See? Those are the gills to our shark. Sharks cannot breathe out of water like we can. They have to breathe with their gills underwater. And let's draw a circle or an O for his eye. Somewhere up here on his face is in between our J's. Draw a circle. And I like to go ahead and draw a second circle inside so you can see where he's looking. You can even color in the rest of the big circle so you can see his eye really well. All right. After that, just to make this next step a little easier, I'm going to twist my paper a tiny bit. And from my fin, we need the bottom of his mouth. This is the top of his mouth. We're going to make it look like his mouth is open. So we want another letter V, nice and big like this. I'm going to start here and draw my line coming down really big. And just like a V, it has to come back up and touch like that so you can see his mouth. Check him out. All right. Next, we need some sharp teeth for our shark. Let's draw pointy W's for the top of his mouth, the teeth that go up there like this. W, W, W. And if you can't fit another W, you can always just do a V, V. And on the bottom, we need pointy M's. M, 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 like that. Of course, since our shark is underwater, we can also add our O or circle bubbles. I like to draw different sizes. Some are small, some are big. Make our bubbles look interesting. Bubbles aren't always all the same size. And finally, if you would like to add more details, make it look like your shark is somewhere, we can add those details. I think I'm going to add a very long race car line at the bottom of my drawing to show the bottom of the ocean where our shark lives. It's called his habitat, where he lives. And if you drew your shark big like me, we can always boing, jump over any parts that are touching the bottom so we don't scribble it out on accident. I think I might also add some seaweed. If you watched our fish or goldfish drawing from a couple days ago, we drew those seaweed pieces or grass pieces as well. They're just lines that come up and back down, and we don't want them to be perfect. If we make them a little squiggly, they will look more real like this. I'm going to draw up, but I'm going to purposely kind of make it bounce around. Then come back down. I'm going to go up, and when it touches my shark, I just boing, jump over it. Come back down. There we have our shark drawing. My last step today would be to add some colors. You can color your shark any color that you like. If you'd like to go with realistic colors, or basically the color that a shark would be in real life, they usually are a gray color, which is also a neutral color. Neutral colors are colors that usually are not in the rainbow we talked about during our mouse paint project. Those colors are black and white, gray, and all kinds of browns and peaches. So sharks are normally a neutral color, but of course you can color your shark and your details any color that you would like to. All right, boys and girls, once you are finished with your drawing, please do not forget to have your parents take a photo of your drawing or you holding your drawing and post them or send them to us through Class Dojo. Send your photos to me, Miss Wick, or Miss Beck, depending on which art teacher you see in kindergarten. All right, boys and girls, we will see you tomorrow. Bye.